Welcome to May 2023, everybody. I'm Deanna Jarrell, your intuitive relationship coach and spiritual mentor from thedancinggoddess.com. And here we're going to talk about what you can expect for this magnificent month. And we'll also pull some oracle cards just so you can get the vibe of what is ahead. I encourage you, as always, to watch and write down your own insights because this is a very intuitive goddess community and you will get your own hits for what you need to hear this month. But first, let's talk about the overarching themes for May. So if I were to give May one word, it would be manifesting, and not just any kind of manifesting, but manifesting from your soul. So some of the relationship themes that will come up in May are secrecy versus open communication. So looking at where you need to be more discerning in your connections, who you feel safe to reveal your authentic self to, and who maybe has no business knowing your business, right? So it's really about fine-tuning that inner voice to tell you, okay, this person I can share XYZ with, this person or my family, like I can't, right? Because I know how that story goes. So it's being really wise with how you communicate, what you communicate, secrets, other people telling you and sharing their secrets too, right? Being a safe space for that, for them to land. And also, it's about this theme of stability versus freedom. So May is going to ask us all, when it comes to our relationships, to redefine any limiting beliefs around commitment. This idea of commitment, committing to yourself, committing to what's important to you, committing to another person, committing to your job. It all depends on what your soul is being called to learn right now. But whatever area has felt like you can't figure it out, May is a good month to make some headway, to have things be revealed to you, not because you're forcing an answer, but because you have finally, relaxed and authentically surrendered. And you're kind of noticing what's in your environment and seeing your daily life as kind of an oracle message in and of itself, right? So some dates to watch out for May. Cinco de Mayo, man, the month kicks off with some fireworks. We got a full moon eclipse in Scorpio, so this is a very powerful energy for transformation, for really tapping back into your creative channels, your sexuality. Themes of sexuality will come up, intimacy, lack of intimacy in partnerships. Definitely looking at where are you committing to your dreams and where have you been maybe feeding a dream that you don't want anymore, but you feel like, well, I put all this work in, I should do it, but I don't really want it. Like really looking and examining your desires and your dreams. So then May 19th, we've got another energy shift. We've got a new moon there in Taurus, and it's all about stability. It's about playing with this idea of how and where we need to create more structures in our relationships, more systems with how we operate so that we can experience more pleasure and more stability, which can lend itself to more freedom. But it feels like it's, depending on how you take stability, it can feel either really confining and boring, or it can be this like really awesome safe container for amazingness to manifest. Okay, so let's look at the cards for the month. I don't even know what they're going to be. I'm using Goddess Guidance Oracle cards by Doreen. I've had this deck a long time. You can see it's a little worn. And I haven't used this one in a while, so I'm curious to see what pops up. So let's pull 4 cards for the month. And as the cards go up, again, you may want to pause the video and take a look at the card and just ask your intuition, what could this mean for me right now? And this is something you can do throughout the month. All right. So the first card I got for the first week is White Tara. So this is about honoring your sensitivity, again with that big eclipse coming on Cinco de Mayo on May 5th. it's really important to see what environments are too harsh, what are you putting in your body. So from a health perspective, what is your body rejecting? What is it craving? And really, really honoring the deep desires of your sensitivity, seeing it as a gift, not a hindrance, and knowing that the messages that you receive, the downloads you receive in that first week, you may want to write them down because they may mean something later for you to act on in the month. Then the second week is all about independence. So Bast is a really amazing Egyptian goddess, and she's all about standing on your own 2 feet. So again, that theme of stability, freedom, taking care of yourself, creating structures so that you can play later, looking at your relationship to independence versus codependence versus interdependence, right? In a healthy relationship, we want to aim for interdependence, where you are still maintaining your personal joys and sense of self, but you're also part of this beautiful relationship vibe, and drawing upon each other's strengths and weaknesses and helping each other out, but not going into codependence where you're forgetting yourself, you're forgetting what matters to you, and it becomes all about the other person. So this is a good reminder for all of us in that second week where does there need to be a little bit more balance. And then the third card, gosh, we got 2 purification cards on the deck, which is really significant. Coventina is all about detox, right? So looking at where you need to detox not just your body, but also your mind. Where have you been feeding yourself lies, feeding yourself stories and storylines that don't make sense anymore for your life, that really are running counter to the dreams and the desires that you have now. So looking at where you need to do a cleanse, do a release, do some forgiveness work, and purify what's in your life now versus the past. Big themes. Also, side note, before I pull the last card, Mercury will be going direct. I believe it's May 19th or 20th. So the first half of May may feel a little bit wonky. It may feel like you're kind of trudging through sludge, like wondering, like, I'm putting all this energy, but I don't see a lot of movement, or I'm not sure where I'm going, and this is a little weird. It's okay. It's really meant to bring stuff up to the surface once we hit that eclipse on May 5th, right? Something is going to be revealed, something is going to be leaving your life, something's going to come into your life. We don't know how it's going to happen, but it's usually something very deep. And because it's a lunar eclipse, right? The moon has to do with issues of our sensitivity, our intuition, our psychic perception, the things that are below the surface, the things that are not so obvious but are obvious to our hearts and our souls. So when it comes to manifesting, it's like, if you want to manifest, it's really about first clearing out all the crap in there, in here, right? That is that you perceive as stopping you from having the thing, and also relaxing and not grasping that desire so hard that you're strangling it. There's no room for support, for space. There's no space, right, for it to happen. And if it's not meant to happen, right, acceptance that maybe there's something else that's more aligned that you can't even see because you're gripping so hard. So it will start to shift mid-month once the retrograde ends and things, communication kind of speeds up and goes back to normal. But it's meant to be slow in the beginning, and that's okay, right? Okay. And then our last card for the month, perfect. Infinite supply, Sedna. You are supplied for today and all your tomorrows. So the quintessential abundance card. If something leaves your life, if someone leaves your life, know that it will be replaced with something that's more aligned, right? And it takes tremendous faith and I think courage to really tap into that energy of more than enough. And also remind yourself that you are more than enough. You don't have to twist or contort yourself in order to be enough. The universe loves you. Now it's time to love yourself. Right? So let's review that. Honor your sensitivity. Listen to your intuition. There's something that's going to be revealed on the eclipse on May 5th. Notice your relationship to independence. Are you scared to be alone? Are you scared to stand on your own 2 feet? Is there a fear that you can't? Looking at where you may be codependent and where you can strive for interdependence with the people in your life. Certain things may be asking you to reveal themselves, release, and to purify, right? To come back into balance with your mind, your body, and your soul. And remember that this is an infinite universe. If something is truly meant for you, it will come. If it is not meant for you, it will leave, or you'll just hear crickets, but something else will come later, but not when you're grasping. Okay? So that is your main message. I'd love to hear from you. What is one intention that you have for yourself this month? Even by, writing a comment below, you are declaring it to the universe, and you never know who could be reading your comments and could help you with one of these manifestations. So if you'd like more, be sure to subscribe to the channel and click like, and if you could share this video with a friend, that's our exchange here, that would be amazing. And check out the website for more goodies at thedancinggoddess.com. All right, you guys, have a fantastic May. I will see you soon.